Karina, and I'm here representing the Indigenous Peoples Alliance of the Archipelago from Indonesia. I come from Haruku Indigenous community, and I would like to express my gratitude that the SASI system has been included in the study as one of the good examples on Indigenous people's decision-making process. SASI is a sustainable resource management system in the indigenous communities in Maluku that already exists since the time of ancestors, and the Kewang institution enforces it. Generations of Kewang in Haruku organized the community to remain committed and united in managing the fish stock and other important coastal resources. The SASI, however, does not merely showcase a collective decision-making among indigenous peoples, but it also shows the application of customary law to regulate the relationship between peoples and the nature, as well as between peoples and other peoples. Chairperson, let me take this opportunity to present some of the obstacles we face in Moluccas in maintaining the SASI system. As indigenous peoples in Moluccas, we live in small islands and rich in natural resources, not only biological resources, but also in minerals such as gold, nickel, and etc. This makes us remain the main target of mining companies and other private companies for marine tourism, as we own beautiful beaches and coral reefs. Haruku in particular has long been the target of mining activities, and I am glad that the community remains strong in opposing this kind of extractive industry. In other places in Papero, the government of Indonesia has granted a permit to a private marine tourism company, PT Maluku Diving and Tourism, owned by Mr. Kurt Walter Gross from Switzerland, to operate in the Cape Papero. The presence of the company prevents the community to fishing in the Cape, while in fact it has been the last resort for fishing when it is difficult to find fish somewhere else. It has also triggered an internal conflict among community members. Furthermore, the imposition of a national governance system throughout Indonesia from central to village level has contributed to the extinction of indigenous people's traditional decision-making mechanism, institutions, and customary laws. Chairperson, lack of government protection and exploitation of resources by private companies have been the main threat for indigenous peoples. It is impossible to maintain our own collective decision-making system when we are in the situation of facing constant threats. Therefore, I would like to provide the following recommendations. First, based on real examples that occur in Paperu and Haruku and the potential of a similar thing happen in other indigenous communities in Maluku, it's very important to provide protections urgently to indigenous peoples and to strengthen the SASI system. Secondly, the government should adopt the SASI system and other indigenous peoples' decision-making mechanisms, institutions, and customary laws into the national systems, and the imposition of Indonesian systems shall be stopped. And finally, adequate financial and technical support shall be provided for indigenous peoples to maintain their traditional decision-making mechanism, institutions, and customary laws. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson.